Talk show.
Recorded live.
Welcome to a podcast. If you're listening to this, you probably don't care if it's Lost Lowdown or Mr. Podcast. You're just like, finally, Claude and Justin got off their asses and recorded something.
Yeah, I don't think there is a difference right now.
Well, there couldn't be, could there?
No. If it was Lost Lowdown, then we would talk about the same thing, but it'd be called Lost Lowdown. So.
Yeah.
So you can pretend it's either one or both.
It's either one, both, or neither, actually. Yeah. So, take solace in one of those options.
Because if we do Lost Lowdown, we talk about stuff that isn't about Lost. If we do Mr. Podcast, we might talk about Lost. So,
yeah.
In the end, in the grand equation.
In the end, it's all just a waste of time.
Exactly.
I think, what was that thing we were going to talk about?
Oh, that thing.
We should talk about that.
Yeah, we really should.
Well, I think it's interesting. We didn't really get a chance to talk about it yet, so I don't know how you feel about it. I think it's interesting. There's a lot of people on both sides, and it's one of those issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, tell me about it. Yeah.
What did you think when you heard it? I just told you the basic idea. Has it really seeped in yet?
No. I'm still letting it sink in.
Yeah.
It really hasn't hit me yet, but I think it's going to turn out that chronologically speaking, it was inevitable.
Well, yeah. There's plenty of people who want to go with that angle, and I think that's a viable angle to view it from. It makes sense that way too, but I think there are people who are looking at it from the emotional aspect of it. People who have sort of kind of been in that situation. But no one has really been in that situation because. This kind of thing never happens, except that it happened this one time ever. So.
Right. Yeah. It's unprecedented, and yet
you can understand it. You know, you can understand where they're coming from, and with the government involved with it, with who was the bit? Was it Microsoft or like? And then, the whole, thing with, the British Parliament,
Yeah.
And then, somehow, what was the thing with, was it South Korea or was it China?
I think they collaborated.
Was that what it was? Wow.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You've got all these major players and on this, big level, and then, and then you're...
And you know what I really didn't see coming was the Vatican getting involved.
Well, and that's the thing. When they, the people who sort of view it chronologically, they're like, well, of course.
Yeah.
They kind of saw that coming.
That's true. But I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in.
Well, you haven't let it sink in yet, and that's the thing. And it just happened recently, but I've spent a lot of time thinking about it, and and it's the kind of thing that really, if you think about it long enough, it really helps define you as a person.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, this is who I am, this is what I believe in, because you're presented with this special case, and you have to decide your stance, and you don't get a lot of opportunities like that in life, but this time it's like, okay, who are you fundamentally, not like who are you at a Halloween party, who are you at Christmas, who are you hanging out having fun, who are you deep down inside, and so that's the thing, and so it's I don't know, it's hard to tell which way to go on it, but
I don't really know. I think I'm just gonna have to weigh both sides of the issue, do some research, and come to some kind of conclusion.
If you can, and that's the thing. Some people are saying you can't. Some people are saying there is no right answer. That it's just one of those situations where you won't be able to have any solace. I don't know.
This is a hard world we live in. I think we have to make a decision, right or wrong, and so we make the best decision we can, and move forward from there.
But this might be a time where it doesn't make you can't decide what decision is the right one.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
and I guess maybe that's the point. That's when it comes down to who are you? You know, who are you really?
Yeah.
Because if you go for one, you know, given the evidence, it's even. You know, but you know, since you have to make a choice, what you decide tells you who you are.
Mhm.
You know, and I don't know what our listeners would think. I mean, you know, this coming at a time when you know all of the things that are going on in the world, and you know, and then you know, on like a entertainment level, you know, Lost and the hiatus, and you know all this other stuff, and then now the writer's strike, you know, and so you know, I mean, all of that stuff is kind of related too. So it's like, you know, I wonder what our listeners would think. I mean, what do you think they would think?
It's hard to say. I mean, we have a very unpredictable audience. But I think you should write in and let us know what you think about this issue.
Yeah, guys, send us an email. We can make a post about it. You know, like a new topic, because the world out there is getting old and filled with comments. But yeah, maybe we'll post it and people can weigh in and tell us what they think about it. Because I'd really like to know. I mean, I think we have a smart group of people who listen to us because we're smart and they're smart and we're all smart.
Mhm.
Whatever that means. And so yeah, I can't wait to see where people weigh in on this. This is a hot button issue, dude. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, truly.
So, all right. Dexter, you want to talk about Dexter?
Move on from that.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I don't think we can say anything else. I mean,
yeah.
We'll wait to hear back from what people think about it, and then you know,
it's hard to let that one rest. You know, it just kind of encompasses everything.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we can talk about Dexter, but we're really, I mean, how far are we from that?
I mean, we can talk about Dexter, but we know what we're going to be thinking about.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's what's weird.
Exactly.
But let's talk about Dexter.
Let's talk about Dexter. So, what do you think? Did he do it?
I'm not sure he did, man. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
I go back and forth, but right now I think he did it.
I think he killed him, but I didn't think he meant to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll buy that. That's I don't. Yeah. Why would he mean to?
Well, who would mean to?
Yeah. Who indeed.
It's turning into Seinfeld. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Justin and I were talking earlier about how easy it is for life to de-evolve into Seinfeld, and it's because Seinfeld was life. It was those little moments, you know, and you can say anything, you know, and it turned into a Seinfeld moment.
It does, yeah. It seems like that show could go on forever with that kind of material to draw from.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it tried.
I.e. everything.
Yeah, exactly. The minutiae of modern life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great thing about it. But
not that it was always good either. that's what was interesting. Like life, it wasn't always funny, even though it tried to be.
No.
You know, it wasn't the best show ever, but it had its moments.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Kramer as the movie phone guy, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a great
That's just a little much. That's a little much, people. I love it.
Yeah, got to get me over that mountain. Come on.
That mountain. Yeah, and yeah, they nailed that one.
Yeah.
They nailed it home. What? Did I just?
They nailed it home.
They nailed it home.
They nailed it home.
That one was a home run that they nailed in.
Wait,
why are they combining baseball and Home Depot, home improvement?
You know they nailed it home.
They nailed it home. No, I'm trying to say they knocked that one out of the park.
Oh, okay. I see.
Or they sailed it home.
Mhm.
Is that a phrase?
I don't know.
Sailed it home? They sailed it on home.
They mailed it home.
I like nailing it home. Quickly change the subject.
Yes. Are we seriously going to talk about Dexter? Or,
Yeah, let's talk about Dexter. What do we talk about?
I don't know. I was just wondering if you actually wanted to talk about that, or if that was going to be the end of it. Which is to say, have a conversation about it where it seems like we haven't actually seen the show.
Yeah. No, we should talk about Dexter from the viewpoint of having seen the show.
Okay.
Since that's our current viewpoint.
Yes. Technically speaking, yes, that is the current viewpoint. So yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what to say about it.
Yeah,
but,
me either, because I think we talked about it recently, and we talked about the latest episode, and the next one isn't until tomorrow. So what do you talk about?
Yeah, I guess not. Well, you know.
Well, good podcast.
Yeah. Wow. That's the Dexter lowdown right there.
That's the Dexter lowdown, guys. All right, let's do the 30 Rock lowdown.
Oh God, that's even worse.
Well, hey, next we're gonna do the Office lowdown.
Oh no!
Oh, wait, no, that's the worst of all.
Oh,
I guess
God.
we should clarify. Do we hate The Office, or do you hate The Office?
As of now, I'm ambivalent about The Office.
Okay, let's first say, as a primer, and I think most people will know to a certain degree, that we were both very, very, very big fans of The Office. Seasons 1 and 2 were gold, and season 3 was and then the second half of season 3 was where it all went downhill, and so now to the point, much like Scrubs, much like the same place we got to in Scrubs, when season 4 of Scrubs came out, I was like, hey, what happened, guys? What are you guys doing? It's kind of sad when you really like a show and then it just like becomes weird and crazy, and especially with The Office, because the characters are just doing some weird things that they never did before, and I guess people find it funny, but I don't find it funny.
Yeah. Me.
This whole, and we talked about it before. There's a whole wave throughout the comedy realm of I don't know what to call it, mean comedy or antagonistic comedy, or I think it's an offshoot of the awkward situation comedy, the Ricky Gervais style, that situation where all of a sudden you're mired in this weird, it's like these mini farces, and they're like, you have to get out of them, but it's so uncomfortable trying to get out of them. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. I got too far into it. I went a couple levels too far and forgot what I was talking about.
I'm not sure what you're talking about either.
I was talking about. Oh, I'm sorry, I got it. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Okay, I was just talking about how The Office is doing a lot of those mean kind of jokes. They're just spiteful and mean, and I don't really find it funny when characters, especially Jim, becomes this asshole out of nowhere, and sort of gradually, but it was, at the end of season 3, he starts to become this he goes from the fun-loving guy who everyone likes, and he makes friends with everyone likes Jim, and then he became this sort of guy who got a little darker and a little more sinister, and then started actually the pranks, he was doing pranks for prank's sake, and then it was I'm just going to do a prank because you're annoying me.
Yeah.
It's been a weird experience for me watching it, because I feel like the writers are aware of that change when they write lines like that, where Jim says, I just want to pull a prank because he's being annoying, when he's talking about Dwight, and he's and he says I'm not a perfect guy kind of thing, it's like he's making excuses for it, because they're aware that they're doing it. But nevertheless, I still don't find it funny, when he's just evil. Like, to me, that's as evil as it gets for Jim. You know, I mean, obviously it's not evil, but if there's an evil Jim, that's pretty much who he is now. You know, that thing he did to Andy with the baby back ribs thing, or Kit Kat bar thing. That was bad. He just, like, out of nowhere, he's like, oh, I'm gonna give this guy, you know, a hard time. You know, and Andy doesn't deserve it. You know, maybe he deserved it, you know, back in season 3, but these days he's like a normal guy pretty much, you know. And that was the other. Oh, you didn't see the recent episode? Yeah, there's this whole segregation thing in the next episode. So you get to have fun with that.
Segregation?
Well, yeah. I don't want to like ruin it or anything, but there's a sort of segregation thing going on in regards to something, and Andy tries to take part of it and is rebuffed sort of harshly. And I don't want to ruin the ending, but you could probably guess. But anyway, so it's just like I don't know. I don't understand why Andy can't catch a break. Like, I mean, he caught a break now that he's with Angela, I guess, but Angela still is, you know, she's you know, we find out that she's still missing Dwight, and she's calling him D, you know, but she's obviously meaning Dwight, you know. So I mean, even in his love life, like, he can't catch a break, and I don't know why I'm looking for levity in this, because it's a comedy, I guess, but I don't know. I mean, I'm finding all the like darkness to it, I guess.
Mhm.
You know, because it seems like everyone's, especially with Andy, it seems like the only one who's nice to him is Dwight. You know, the only one who can like stand to even like talk to him without like looking down at him. You know, and to me, it's just weird to have a character like that on the show who just gets shit on all the time. You know, and it's like, and I don't think he deserves it. It's one thing if you deserve it, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't deserve it, then it's just like, you know, the creators are just being mean to your character.
Yeah. Fucking creators.
Greg Daniels.
What are you
And
doing?
and so that was the other thing that we talked about before about 30 Rock. You know, they're doing their sort of like take on the sort of mean kind of comedy. I've seen 3 or 4 big comedy shows use the line, "No, I'm not going to do that," or some variation of that. And actually, in the most recent Office episode, like Jim did it like he said it like 3 or 4 times in a row because he was responding to someone asking him to do some series of things, and he just kept saying, "I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that." And it seems to be this sort of like new sort of prevailing like idea of like of a response, you know, in a comedic setup, like a character saying they're not going to do something. I don't know. Have you noticed that? No,
I haven't, but I don't watch a lot of stuff, so
yeah.
I wouldn't get the chance to notice such things.
I would bet you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. I would bet it's in there too. I would bet Larry David says that line, or some character says that line at some point. Like, "No, I'm not going to do that." You know. But and it's a very like, I mean, obviously that's just, you know, a phrase people say, but like it's become like, you know, like another sort of line. You know, it's almost I feel like it's in the very beginning stages of That's What She Said. You know. That's what I feel like is happening. You know, it's just a phrase, it's a joke, blah, blah, blah. But now it's becoming its own thing where, you know, pretty soon people might realize that when they hear it, oh, wow, The Office did that. Oh, wow, 30 Rock did that. Oh, wow, that show did that, you know. Because that's what I've been realizing is people are using that line. And it seems like, you know, and I watch a lot of shows, and I see, like, sometimes shows using the same kind of joke, you know, like, or like a different take on the same kind of joke. And I'm wondering, like, if that's, you know, if it's because they watch each other's shows or not, or if it's because it's just, you know, independent innovation kind of thing. You know, hard to tell.
It is, yeah. I don't know. Hard to tell.
How do you think it's going? Well, you were saying 30 Rock felt weird for you this season too, right?
Yeah. 30 Rock, yeah, I don't know.
30 Rock, I don't know. That's a lot to say, Justin.
Thank you.
It's a lot to say.
Sorry, let me think. What can I say about it? I mean, from the beginning, I think the way the show is, it's like, it's frivolous to me.
It's very light. It's like it's very light. It's a light show.
Exactly. It's just you can go
there.
The
Office used to be light.
You can go there, you can have fun, and you can leave and never think about it again if you want. It doesn't hit you hard with anything. And so season 1 was breezy fun, and season 2 it just I don't know. It's not. It doesn't feel the same. It's still breezy, but it's not so much fun anymore.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, we've talked about this before. I really think the big problem with it not feeling breezy is there's too many serialized elements going on. Because you pop on a show and they're dealing. The show starts with them dealing what they were dealing with the last 2 episodes, and it ends with them not resolving it. And you just feel like you're mired in this whole plot. And that was the whole thing about 30 Rock, was every episode was some new thing, some small concealed little problem that they have to deal with. And now in season 2, Jack has this whole thing with him, potentially becoming the president of GE or whatever, and then Liz has her whole thing about realizing that she needs to meet somebody, or she basically her fretting about the future like she always does. But this was a weird, because she did that in season 1 a little bit. She had the episode about the baby, and she had a couple run-ins with some some guys, and the whole thing with Floyd. But this one was I guess this was backlash from breaking up with Floyd. I guess maybe that's what that was supposed to be. Once it was over with Floyd, she realized, she was like, "Holy crap!" Things got kind of intense. And so she's got that whole thing going on, and I think like I said, I think she's realizing that. She's got that weird thing where she wants Jack to teach her how to make money, and so she can be rich, and I guess the idea is be rich and not have problems, and maybe that's what she'll realize is rich people have problems, and I can see a scene like that too, and she's like, "You didn't tell me rich people had problems," and he's like,
they do,
I shouldn't have to tell you that, It's like, look at me, Liz. When have you not known me not to have a problem? If that's a lot of knots, but
that is a lot of knots.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But so I don't know. I feel like just a little bit that I've explained about these first 4 or 5 episodes. That's a lot of drama going on. And I don't think you can say the same about season 1 and 5 episodes. There wasn't that much going on, They had Dennis had his whole little 3 episode. I did that thing from that old Lost Lowdown episode. Remember when I did that with Bailing?
Oh, what happened?
Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
hello?
Hello.
Sorry. Remember, I think I said we were talking about that episode, where Jack is in Thailand or whatever, and I said something about she was in her. Oh, instead of scene, I said episode, and then you told some story about how she did the same thing.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, I did three seasons or something."
She said I was in 3 episodes, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, really?"
But,
now with the benefit of time, we know she meant scenes. But it was weird that you did the same thing. So wait, what was the point? What happened?
Well, I just did that again because I said something similar.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, I said Dennis had I said season instead of episode or something.
Oh.
But anyway, the whole thing with her old boyfriend coming back, and then then she broke up with him. So they had like little small versions, little small serialized elements, but it's like everybody's got something going on in this. It's just too much, man. Like Tracy, like his wife, like left him, and then like okay, then now she's back, but now like she's in control of his life. And then Kenneth, like I don't know what he's doing. He's in like every scene for no reason. He's just around all the time. And it's like, Kenneth, like, you had your place as your character, and we all like that, I was looking up, I think the last episode, I was looking up recaps, to see what people were saying about it, and the first comment I saw from that site's recap, it said, I love this episode. Kenneth was the best part. I love him so much. He's so hilarious. And I'm like, that's exactly why they're doing that.
Yeah.
People think he's like, it's hilarious when a character like that says, that kind of comedy and does those kind of jokes.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. People love that, but I don't know. I just don't buy it from his character. It just seems manipulative to me. It just seems like, yeah, we're gonna do this because you guys like it when we do this. So here you go.
Here you go. Thank you. Thank you. Keep watching.
Yeah. Enjoy a little show.
Support the sponsors. Yay.
I feel like Tracy's phoning it in. I don't think he's. I think he's. I've only liked one scene he's been in this season.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
like I don't know. It just seems like he's on autopilot with his performance. I don't know.
Yeah, he might.
I'm really critical of that show because I love it so much. It's my favorite comedy right now. So I'm really critical because I would love to write on it. I'll write for it.
Hey, just write on it.
Maybe write about it, or even write to it.
Why not?
I could write near it.
Dear 30 Rock, we've never met before.
I can write regarding it. I can write ignoring it. Oh, English language. In other languages.
You let me say a lot of things.
How about those Cowboys?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
All right. Well, that's
just
the 30 Rock Lowdown.
Everybody just doesn't care, so I don't care either.
Yeah, nobody does seem to care, right?
Yeah, they're just all done. They're just like, yeah, everybody.
I feel like the actors don't care.
Yeah,
I really
don't
do.
think they do.
I really get the sense like they're like, we don't. You know what I feel like? I feel like they're us in high school. They're like, we don't have to do a lot to like get through. You know what I mean? Like, we can still make A's and B's and not really work that hard.
Yeah.
And that's but it's like in reality, you know what? That B is a B minus, it's a C plus, sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, that's the secret. Like, that's what they don't realize. Like, they're not really hitting it home. I don't know. I feel like nobody cares. They're all phoning it in.
Yeah.
Which is just weird.
Yeah, it's a phoned-in show at this point, and, I mean, especially with the Breezy show, like, if I don't care about it, and it's not even, like, good.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't really have the desire to watch anymore. I guess because on The Office, it's gotten all serious on The Office. And so,
it's gotten so... Well, I think it's gotten serious on 30 Rock, too.
And so, like... not as much so, but...
Well, I mean, I think proportionally.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe proportionally. But I guess, like, The Office, like, serious plots, like, they still make me want to watch it, even though I don't really like it anymore. I'm still like, let me see how all this turns out. On 30 Rock, I really don't give a shit about whether he gets his, he gets the job, or or Liz finds love, or I really don't care. I really couldn't care less.
Oh.
I mean, it's just fuck them both. Get it or don't. I don't care. And Tracy, oh no, your wife, whatever.
But they support Kucinich.
That's your problem. Yeah. That was. I like that line, but whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's nice to have a show that you can get a line like that.
Yeah.
Which I want to talk about Kucinich because I think he's done.
Done.
I think he's done now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think he pulled a. I don't even know the guy's name because no one knows his name anymore.
He pulled that guy. Remember there was a thing.
Guy,
he did a thing.
The guy who did the whole hollering thing.
Hollering thing?
Yeah, he yelled and
gone. Sorry.
Gone.
Shit. Dean.
Dean
Howard
Kane. Dean Howard. Howard Dean. Okay, Howard Dean. I forgot. He's like a Jimmy Dean sausage.
Oh God. Yeah.
Howard Dean. He pulled a Howard Dean. Did you hear about this?
No. What did he do?
Well, okay. So he basically said, I think at a debate or somewhere, that he has seen UFOs.
Oh, I heard about that.
Which on it, to me, I say no big deal, because it only means unidentified flying object. I've seen that too. I looked in the sky and seen something I didn't know what it was. Is it a satellite? Is it a plane? It's whatever. That's a lot different than saying you've seen aliens or an alien spacecraft. Exactly. That's the implication. That's what he's saying. So he's so nonchalant about it because he should be, but I think this could be his Yelp, man. This could be what really, not that he had a huge chance anyway, but I feel like what chance he had, it's going to be like, well, this is a guy who believes in aliens, and even if aliens exist, and we knew that somehow, I don't know, it feels like you just can't be the guy who thinks that.
Now, what I read was that was it somebody said that he had seen the UFO?
The illustrious Shirley MacLaine.
Yeah, okay. Somebody famous,
they've been friends for a very long time. And she said that he was out. She said in her book, or something to do with her book, I think. She said that he was out at her house somewhere, I think in Washington, and he saw a UFO. Yeah. And she said that, and this is when it all started. And I think someone asked him about it, and he responded and said yes, and then that, But it's sad, man, because it's like.
So he did confirm that that's true.
I think he did confirm it. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let me see. I'm sure it's on.
Because I was clinging to the hope that Shirley MacLaine was crazy and just making shit up.
Well, why would she even come out and say? I mean, that's just. I feel like that's bad judgment for someone's friend. Who's running for political office to say something. I mean, I know that she doesn't think obviously that's a bad thing, but she should consider whether he thinks it would be good.
Well, that's the thing. Even if it's true, I think it's bad for her to say it. So
yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it was just bad on her part to say it. I mean, for anyone to say anything about someone in that position who's your friend, if they weren't friends, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Yeah. But they're supposed to be friends for 30 years or something. Yeah. So I'm really surprised that she would do that without his permission.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
But she's crazy. She's Shirley.
She's crazy. She's Shirley.
She's Crazy Shirley.
Crazy Shirley. That's me.
That was going to be a spinoff if Laverne and Shirley didn't really work.
Crazy Shirley?
It would just be Shirley.
Oh, okay.
And they call it Crazy Shirley because she killed Laverne. She killed Laverne.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, here it is. Dennis Kucinich admits seeing UFO during the debate.
That's it, huh? Okay.
That's the title of the video.
Mhm.
That's all the proof I need. I don't have to watch it.
Thank you.
Just listen to the
Thank
title.
you. Good night. Been a great
So
episode.
anyway, 30 Rock, you were saying it's too dramatic. I mean, no, you were saying The Office is really, really dramatic.
Yeah. Oh, just on that topic, I mean, I guess I want him to elaborate on what exactly, he believes on the topic.
Mhm.
That's not a deal breaker for me, even if he thinks he saw aliens. Mainly because pretty much any candidate is gonna be religious, and so they're gonna believe things that I think are just outlandish. So he can believe in aliens, and that's not gonna.
I feel like
for me.
Yeah, I feel like he's the kind of person that if he told me he saw aliens, like I would believe that he thinks he saw aliens.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be like, oh, he's crazy. He's a crazy person. I'd be like, well, I just feel like he's grounded enough to where if he's really going to say that, then he really truly believes it.
Yeah.
And I think that again, just to me, shows a sort of leadership and like a sort of strength of character. That at least for me personally, if he said something really crazy, I'd be like, well, he's the kind of guy where if he says that, if Bush said like I saw some aliens down at the ranch, I'd be like, oh Bush,
Yeah,
some raccoons.
Yeah.
Have you seen raccoons?
Yeah.
What'd your aliens look like? Well, they were small and looked like they had a little mask on their faces. That was either Bush
saw some raccoons, but they were aliens.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's what you get with Bush. But with Kucinich, I'm like, if he said he saw aliens, he probably saw aliens.
It's like a charming Mark Twain story. The president thought he saw aliens, but they were really raccoons.
Yeah, presidential rascals. Rascals in the White House. 2 rascals in the White House. Oh God, that'd be a good children's book about 2 wily raccoons.
Yeah.
Who like bring the nation to their knees because the president thought he saw aliens and caused like a national emergency.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like a subversive children's book.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
It would be really weird.
That's something Trey Parker and Max Stone could do.
Yeah.
They could make a whole movie with that.
Mhm.
Not that I'm a South Park fan, but
me either. But they can do it.
Yeah. Some of
want.
those shows I just never got. Some of those those like too funny by half comedies, like South Park and like Family Guy, they're too much for me. I can never get into those shows. To me they don't have any finesse. It's like the MTV of comedy. It's like, yeah, it's really good, but it's loud and obnoxious and like gratuitous, Like it's none of that like good like artful comedy, I think,
Yeah.
Like 30 Rock. I mean, I think when 30 Rock is good, it's very artful, And The Office too,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, kind of. South Park turned into something else somewhere along the way. I think they became more like political or like issues based.
Mm-hmm.
And a certain
topical.
Point, topical. Yeah, like they been, I think originally they were more like, like Family Guy or something. But I think at a certain point they got topical, and I don't like either version of the show, but I think they kind of changed. Family Guy is like, I don't know. I've liked some of it. I thought some of it was funny, but after watching, I remember I spent a while watching one of the DVDs, and like after a while, the thing that really got old to me was they kept doing this thing where they would say, some situation would come up, And they'd be like,
and they flash to it.
And they'd be like, oh, that reminds me of the time that you and I, blah, 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 and then they do a flashback.
Well, see, that's exactly, you just summed up why I don't like the show. And I agree, like, the bits that I've seen, I do think it's funny, but it gets really old really quickly because it's like I said, it's gratuitous. It's like they keep doing that same thing where they cut to something that's obviously going to be funny because they're setting it up to be funny, and it's going to be something crazy and outlandish, and you're not going to see it coming. And like half the time I see those, all you can really say is, what the fuck? Like, that's all you can say. And you kind of laugh at that, but it's just old because it's the same. It gives you the same thought, I think, which is like, what the fuck? What are they doing? Wow, I can't believe they did that. And every time they do it, it's like, wow, I can't believe they did that. Wow, I can't believe they did that. Wow, I don't even care anymore.
At a certain point, you believe it and you don't care.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. That's what I would call like a one note kind of thing. Whereas 30 Rock or The Office, when it hits home a joke, it's not making you think, oh, I can't believe they did that. It's making you think about, whatever they said with the joke, whatever the joke was, and it changes and it's different. It's not always the same like thing, and obviously they have their gags. They do their flashes every now and then, but they don't rely so heavily on that, and Scrubs did that too. Scrubs was big on the flashes to stuff. But Family Guy just does it. It goes too far, and it's just like, you guys are, they can do anything they want because it's animation,
Yeah.
And that, like I said, again, it's gratuitous. I just feel like it's just too much. Like, ugh.
Yeah, you're right. Family
Take
Guy
it down a notch.
does do that thing, and so does Scrubs. And it can be really funny. But I just think they overdid it. I just think they did it too many times, and after a while, I was groaning every time they cut. Like, it was.
I got that way with Scrubs too.
It was like they always set it up the same way, and so when they started with, this reminds me of it was, oh God, here we fucking go again. But some of those are funny. But if they would use it like, less than like 10 times an episode.
Yeah, like artfully, use it in doses, make it interesting the way they get into it. Like, so much of that show is just like the unexpected comedy, like, and they don't do a lot of the kind of jokes that The Simpsons does, which I think, which is why I like The Simpsons, where it's like, it's actually like true like comedy style, like set up punchline like jokes, like real thought out clever jokes and funny dialogue. But theirs is more like, remember the time when this thing, and you're just laughing at whatever setup they have, or someone says something and the camera pans over to the right and something weird is going on, related to what they just said or something, or it's always like, basically the punchline is something, is unexpected, basically, and that gets old when that's how they deliver the punchline all the time. It's like this unexpected thing. Like, oh, look, here it is. I didn't see it coming, but wait, I did, because they always do it.
Right, yeah.
That's the problem. You can't, you start to expect it, so it gets really old.
Wow, you guys are wacky and unpredictable.
Exactly. Like, there was I saw this one where they cut, I forgot why, but they cut to this band playing the theme to Night Court, and they played almost the whole thing, and then they had I think it was Stewie or someone on the little wood blocks or whatever, that little noises at the end, the ding ding, the little noise at the end. He had them do that, and it was just like, okay, I'm supposed to. Is this funny? Is that funny that you guys did that? I don't know why that's funny.
Yeah.
I guess it's ironic, or it's supposed to be ironic or something that they would do that out of nowhere, but to me that's just not funny. It's kind of cool, because I like that song, but that's about it, Yeah. I think it's they get points for thinking to do it, but it's not. They don't get points for it being funny for me. So.
Yeah.
Weird. But, we won't have any shows to complain about soon enough with the strike.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yay.
I don't know what South Park is about. They're a different kind of I don't know what they were doing originally. I don't know what they're doing now.
Do you know what they're doing in the future by chance?
No, I don't.
Oh, damn. I thought maybe you'd get one of them.
Like, I watched a couple episodes when there was that whole controversy about the Scientology episode, and supposedly Tom Cruise somehow stopped Comedy Central from airing it by threatening not to do publicity for Mission Impossible 3 because the company owned Comedy Central and
Viacom, right?
Yeah, so there was
because I think MTV owns Comedy Central.
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah. Anyway, when that since it turned into this big thing, I'm like, all right, I got to see this. So I went and watched it, and I guess it was all very hilarious, but I don't know, it didn't do much for me. It was supposed to be a scathing expose about Scientology, I guess, and whatever. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really what it comes down to with those shows. It just doesn't do it for me. It's just like, I mean, and some of it, it's like I can see why it's funny or why people like it. It just doesn't. It's just like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't care. Like, okay, fine, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. Got my permission.
Permission impossible.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, that's a lot to say.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know.
Hey, Justin.
What?
What's this?
I don't know.
Hey, Justin.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Man, whatever. I'll never remember.
I don't know. You did the exact same thing.
I forgot.
Wow.
I forgot.
Wow. At least now you know that's just what you would say to that anytime, that's what you say to that question.
It is,
I don't know.
Apparently. Well, I'm not looking at you right now, so I don't know
thing.
what this is. I assume when you say that, I assume you're like holding something, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I can't see it.
Yeah.
My eyes can't see that far.
Mhm.
So okay. You want to try again, and I'll do it right. Or do you want to work it in, and I'll try to remember in the future.
Oh God. Well, so much for our pre-show planning period.
The only thing we planned, and I fucked it up.
Oh yeah, way to go. Anyway,
man,
how about those Cowboys?
I just don't understand anything anymore. It's just.
Why is that?
Everything's so different, and. Just what's that all about? What's that going to mean for me in the end? That's what I'm wondering.
Not much.
I guess so. So anyway, the strike sucks. I'm really worried about the strike. Specifically for Lost. I guess every other show's going to lose out, but I guess for me it's all about Lost these days, and I really don't.
Is it really all about Lost these days?
Well,
is it really, Justin? These days, really? No, I'm kidding.
To clarify, I mean, obviously right now I'm not embroiled in caring about Lost, but as far as TV shows go, if like all TV shows had to shut down but Lost, I think I would be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only show that I'm really concerned about it being shut down.
Why? Because it's so good?
I guess. I mean, I'm excited to see, what's going to happen, and
you can't wait to see Michael come back to the island.
Yeah. Oh God, I forgot about that. Don't remind me.
You can't wait to hear more about Son's baby.
I'm going to forget about Justin? My surprise.
Why do you love Lost so much?
I don't even know anymore.
You want more great flashbacks with Rose and Bernard? Is that what you're itching for? Oh no, you want another clever quip from Old Man Sawyer, or something cutesy from Kate maybe.
Well,
why? What are you in love with so much? You just can't wait to see that beach again, huh? The same old beach scenes we've had for the last 3 years, huh? Or maybe some more jungle. You want some more jungle scenes?
When you put it that way.
Or maybe you want to see Smokey flying around the island doing jack shit. Hey, look at me, I'm Smokey.
I do jack shit.
I do jack shit. Or do I?
Or do I? Oh, God.
Or maybe you just can't get enough Hurley. Because, he's funny, dude. He's funny. And he's a great ping pong player. So don't forget.
God. No, seriously. I'm actually excited to see what they do with this new development. What's going to happen with the boat that's sitting offshore, and
nothing.
And how Michael's going to come back and what's going to happen there. Like I'm actually interested in that. It sounds lame when you speak it out loud, but I'm excited about it. So yeah. Anyway, compared to other shows, I care a lot more because I don't know. I feel a lot of stake in like what the new development means,
But you
where they're going to go,
it
like
won't
the flash
mean much.
forwards. Like I'm excited about where the flash forwards are going to go. Yeah, I know. In the end, it comes to nothing, but I'm excited for now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that's what that's really what the main theme is. Like no matter what they do, that's new and interesting, and different. It really doesn't do much. It's just like, oh well, it's just gonna be some other new thing that oh, what's this about? Well, we'll never know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't there some news of a new actor that was going to be on the show?
I've seen a lot of news about new actors being on the show.
So that's yes.
But do you know anything more specific?
Yeah, the guy he's supposed to play the guy on the ship, I think. Who did I hear was supposed to play the guy on the ship? Do you know about that?
No, I don't remember reading about a guy on the ship. I remember like all the characters I've read about, they've just given their names and given a description of them, but not a description of the role they play in the plot. So
I heard some actor was maybe I don't know I heard that now, but I thought I heard some actor was going to play the part of the guy who Jack was talking to on the ship.
That guy, yeah. You're probably right. I'm sure they've cast that part by now, but I don't know who it is. I'm also interested to see how the Jacob thing plays out.
Jacob.
What his deal is, and maybe a little more about the other's history. Yeah, I mean that's the problem. I mean, whatever I get, I mean sometimes it's good, occasionally, but frequently it's just a big letdown.
Yep.
But whatever. I think the quality of making me interested in what's going to happen next is still good, even if they don't ever deliver on anything. I have to give them credit for that.
Mhm.
The light on the hatch door, that was great. For a long time it was great.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, it sucks ass. But for a while, it was good, and so I'll give them credit for it.
Yeah.
Would it be better if they did something interesting with it? Maybe. But hey, I'll take what I can get. I'll take being interested in it for a while.
Yeah.
And but when I rewatch stuff, I have to appreciate it on a micro level and not think about what things mean,
Yeah, and that sucks for a show like Lost.
And I think
because it's the only show where you have the ability to think about the details, where the details should matter.
I think like some of those, like the other 48 Days, or or even like flashes before your eyes. Like some of these episodes, if you think about what they mean in a larger context, it's almost mind-shatteringly boring. But if you just look at the episodes on their own, you know, they're interesting to watch out of context. You know, yeah. So that's the best I can say about them, I think. Besides that, it's just like...
That's the best you can say about Lost? Or
well, about the old episodes, like once they've developed, you know, what happened to a certain extent. And I think some things are just never going to be resolved, you know. There's certain, you know, how exactly Ethan pulled off the kidnapping. I feel like we'll never really know that. You know, I think we'll never know that because, like, it just would have been ridiculous, you know, in reality. So, so there's no real way to pull it off. If you leave it off screen, you can just, you know, not ever show anything ridiculous. So.
Yeah, I mean that yeah, I agree. I think we're done with that. I don't think we'll find any new thing about particularly how you pull out the kidnapping.
I was holding out for a while, and we did get new stuff in season 3 about that period of time, but nothing about the actual kidnapping. And they've had ample opportunity to expound on it now.
Yeah.
So the fact that they haven't taken that opportunity is whatever. And I think the tail section episode, you know, has the same kind of thing. There's all these sort of mysterious qualities to what's going on, but you know, from what they have filled in, there just isn't much to it. You know, it's what it is. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I like it. You know, I like it when it's on, and when it's off, it's just I don't want to think about it.
I guess I just hope that somehow in the end it'll be good. You know, they'll be able to end it in a satisfying way without just ruining all the mysteries. You know, that's what I hope for.
Oh, well, same.
Yeah. Easier said than done.
Hey, Justin.
What?
What's that?
I don't know. Oh, shit. God damn it.
How did you do that again?
Because
I don't see how you did that again.
I was thinking.
Wow. I don't know.
I was thinking.
Yikes.
No, but seriously, like, you know, no matter what sort of negative things I can say about Lost, I do care. You know, I really want to see it, and so I'm worried about getting a truncated season because of this strike.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever impact it's going to have. I don't really know what that's going to be. You know, if they're going to like try to shorten the season, or if we'll, you know, whatever impact it's going to have. Like, I feel like if it goes on long enough, it has to affect it somehow. Even if it just moves the date that they write episodes later, I feel like that's going to have an impact. You know, whatever their lives are like in that time will change how they view, you know, what they're doing when they come back.
Yep.
And so the story might be affected as a result. And probably will be. You know, I don't know how serious.
Well, probably not. I mean, they've arced out the whole season, so I mean. Maybe it'll probably be little things. You know, I bet nothing too big with story. Maybe little things like character, you know, like dialogue. Stuff they get into when they're actually writing the script, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing.
They could probably like, color those little things.
Those little things are important to me, you know. I want them to be a certain way. And
you know, that's the thing. It's like you know, it's always a toss up what you're going to get with those little things. You know,
It
you could
is,
get something better too. That's the thing.
It could be better.
Like, it could be better. It could be like they write the best thing they've ever written because of, you know, they've had a break, they've had a while not to be around the story, or, you know, whatever the reasons could be, you know, and they could you know, do some really interesting new cool stuff or whatever, you know. So we'll see. Right. You know, we don't have there's nothing we can do about it. So, but just hang in there and see what happens. And
it's just the fact that it's outside tampering, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Worries me.
Yeah, but it's always out there tampering because it's TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, out of the ordinary, outside tampering.
Yeah. This is pretty out of the ordinary.
It could help, but it might not. I'm just worried about the fact that the show's not going on as it would under normal circumstances.
Mhm.
You know. It could be good, but yeah, I don't. There's no guarantees about that. It might be worse, or it might just be different, but it won't be the same show.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what concerns me, and also I want the season to finish by May, and the longer this thing goes on, you know, that'll become impossible at a certain point.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that'll just suck to wait all this time, and we get what 6, 7 episodes. Like, that's it. Thank you. See you later.
Yeah.
You know, it's just kills my enthusiasm.
Mhm. Yeah, it sucks, but life sucks. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just hope they, you know, the AMPTP realizes, you know, just gives in and gives the WGA what they want so we can get it over with.
Yeah, I don't know how long.
Yeah, I mean, this could be, you know, a really huge thing, or it could be not a huge thing. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know, they could strike for the next 10 years, you know?
Oh, God. Oh, God, that would be insane.
I mean, theoretically, you know what I mean? Like, it could be the end of, like, the entertainment industry, you know,
that's
for a
it.
while.
It's over.
You know?
God, that'd be crazy.
Or they could strike for, like, an hour.
Yeah. I hate the uncertainty. And the fact that I can't control it makes it worse to me, not like better.
Really?
Yeah.
The fact that I can't control it makes it easier for me to deal with it.
Yeah. A lot of people are like that, not me.
Yeah, it's like I don't have any control, so it's like I don't have to wonder if, you know, it's like it's an outside issue, so it's like, well,
yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah, and so for me it's like I can't do anything about it. Shit. You know?
Yeah, but that's the thing. In this situation, there's so few people who can do anything about it. Even the people it, like, directly affects can't, like, do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
But, you know, it has a great impact. So, yeah. I do wish I had some control over it.
Mhm.
I really, really do. I would worry about it less if I were on the committee or something. Like, I would feel a lot more comfortable with the situation. I feel like I'm involved in it. You know, the fact that it's just out of my hands completely. They're just gonna fuck around. They're gonna go in there and talk, and the people are gonna say whatever they're gonna say, and you know. And
well, yeah, I mean, even if you're a WGA member, though, you wouldn't have any control over the situation. I mean, you'd have influence over it, but you wouldn't have any, like, control. I mean, even that's what I'm saying. Like, even the people who are writers and that won't be working from this, all they can do is put in their vote whether they strike or not, and 90.3% or whatever decided to vote for the strike. But It's really up to the, the people who have the real control now are the committee members on both parties,
Yeah, that's who I was talking about, those people.
Mhm.
If I were one of those people.
Oh, if you were one of those people. Oh,
yeah.
I thought you meant one of the WGA members.
Yeah. No, the committee.
Well, see, that's the thing. I guess that's why I got confused, because those people, like, it affects them in a totally different way, So they've got a definitely different interest going on.
Yeah. If it were my source of income or whatever, then I would be thinking about it differently.
Mhm.
But I do less fretting about my show. My favorite show is coming back.
Hey, Justin.
What?
What's this?
It's a podcast!
All right.
Sorry. I thought you asked the question wrong, and that's what threw me. I thought, you're not supposed to say, what is this? You're supposed to say, I thought you were supposed to say, what is it?
What is it?
But I think it is, what is this? And
yeah, it's, what's this?
So that's what fucked me up. I got stuck. I thought your question was wrong.
Oh.
So.
Well,
I did remember that I was supposed to do
fourth
something.
time's a charm.
But yeah. What is this?
What's next on the agenda?
I don't know.
Let's see what people are talking about on the board.
Okay.
Not that it's a real board, but. Do. Let's see. 245 comments. Woo!
That's a lot of comments, even in
That's
Wisconsin.
a lot of comments. All right, so a lot of people complaining that they're checking every day for a podcast and no podcast. Nice.
Yeah, well, everybody should, because there hasn't been a podcast.
No, there hasn't been one. Bruce and his 3 lost mentions and 2 naked lost stars list. It's nice to know where we can go see some naked lost stars.
Oh, who are the naked lost stars?
Sonia Walger, who plays Penelope, and Ian Somerhalder, who was Boone, appear full frontal nude on Tell Me You Love Me, that HBO show.
Both of them together?
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's
Separately?
together. I know she's on that show. I think he's probably guest starring unless they add him to the cast. I don't know. I saw the first 2 episodes of it, but she plays one of the main characters on that show.
She's part of the cast, the main cast.
Yeah, she's part of the cast.
I wonder what that's going to mean for her in Lost.
I don't know.
I mean, if she's shooting that, then she's probably not doing Lost. Because that show's probably not shot in Hawaii.
Well, it's Tell Me You Love Me, Oahu. No.
So that probably means we won't see her character in the first part of the season, at least. I didn't really think about that because I think you told me she was in the show before, but.
Mhm.
But yeah, same problem with Nestor being on that show that isn't going to get canceled apparently.
Kane, my mom loves it.
Your mom's favorite, yeah.
She loves that show.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she likes it. Others probably like it, and so it's probably doing okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he's not going to be on either. I guess because they had that whole thing in the finale. But I guess, she served her purpose. She said, it's not my boat, and that's just the end of that. What's she going to do now?
Yeah, I mean, they can bring her back for little things, I mean, something like what she did in that episode, the little, Desmond, her whole penny thing. She could do that pretty quick, man. She wouldn't need more than a day to do that. If they really needed her, she could probably work something out.
Yeah.
To do a little something. She's not going to have probably any big, scenes where she's actually on location kind of thing.
Yeah. If they want to bring her back for the big stuff, they'll have to wait.
Yeah.
Because
we can wait to see some Penny. We don't need a lot of Penny. We're fine.
If it's an HBO show, then presumably it's shorter and it'll probably be over.
Yeah.
In December, so then she would be able to do the later episodes. Well, yeah. I think her involvement in looking for Desmond and all that seems like it ought to be addressed at some point. But you're right; they don't have to do much with it. I mean, they introduced it at the end of season 2 and then did jack shit with it in season 3 until much later.
Yeah.
They brought on this character and said, "Oh, she's from her, but oh, she isn't," and then, but she is looking, and oh God, whatever. It was a whole thing, but and actually, don't we still not know what was going on at the end of season 2? Specifically.
We don't really know what she was doing, what the whole thing with the guys was about, what the disturbance was. I think astute, fans of the show are supposed to get that, it was the failsafe going off. I think that's what we're supposed to think.
Yeah, I agree, but it's clear. I believe that she's looking for Desmond, and that was the point. But I guess I just why were they in the Arctic region?
Yeah, we still don't know, and I think it's obviously going to have ties with her and Whitmore and her dad and his relationship to Desmond being on that solo race.
Yeah.
Not solar race.
No.
Solo race. Don't let the accent fool you.
It's solar.
It's solar. So I agree. I mean, we don't know what's going on. I mean, I feel like I know what's going on only because we spent all this time hypothesizing it. Yeah. And I think we've come up with a viable idea until proven wrong later, but
it hasn't been addressed specifically.
No, it hasn't been addressed. Nobody knows.
So yeah,
who knows?
That's weird.
They haven't really had a way to address it either. They've been on the island.
yeah, truly. Yeah.
Unless they just start cutting to people around the world doing stuff, and you never know. You know what I mean? It just becomes a show where there's new characters in other places not on the island.
A flashback, a flash forward, or a flash present. Or go somewhere else.
Change location. So they might do that season 5.
Yeah. Oh God, they really might. Yeah. That's the thing. That's what I always wondered, about all that off-island story. I mean, it seems like it's hard to develop that with only the tools of flashback and flash forward, even. Mm-hmm. Some of that stuff should be going on currently, and how do you deal with that with your character stuck on the island?
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like there's an easy way to do that. So, that's a problem. I don't know what they're going to do about that. But presumably that story has to be resolved. But you're right. I mean, they can wait on it probably, and since HBO shows are short, she'll be available eventually anyway. So I guess that's not a problem. But,
yay, we can have
Penny. It's at least I think kind of a spoiler about the first half of the season.
Well, then you should have said it. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
All right, guys, forget what you just heard if you don't want to hear it.
But it's one of those weird spoilers where it's just like a spoiler, like a practical matter spoiler.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like, oh, well, like, you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when you know, I was watching The Matrix the other day, you know, and the lady who played the Oracle died. So they had a new Oracle, you know, and it's like, you know, oh, well, that, you know, if you found that out, like, oh, they got this actress to play the Oracle, you know, that'd be a spoiler. But it's because the other lady died, you know, like, oh, okay, well.
And they did that with Dumbledore in the Harry Potter movies, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the guy died. All right, bring in the next one.
Yeah, line them on up, guys. Line them on up. What are you? Oh, I'm number 6 to play Dumbledore. Oh, I'm number 17. Oh, well, keep trying. Never know.
Yeah.
If I die, I'll recommend you, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks, number 6. Oh, you're welcome, 17.
They're such jovial, those Dumbledores and Winkles.
They are. Well, they're happy to be working.
But I guess, you know, TV actors, if I've learned anything, it's that TV actors work on all kinds of shows, and if they get the chance to be a regular on a show, you know.
They say fuck the other show.
Yeah, those bit parts they do on the other show, no matter how important they are to that other show, ultimately they don't care.
And that's the thing, like, nobody cares. Like, everyone in the industry is like, oh, well, he got regular on another show. Good for him. You know, like, that's what it is. Like, nobody would be like, what? She left this show because she went to go have a real part of another show?
Yeah.
Like, oh, no. Nah, no one would do that.
Yeah, and their character, like, could be important to the plot.
Yeah.
You know, but hasn't been, you know.
Like this, Nestor Carbonell, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like they haven't been in there enough to be a regular, but they've played, you know, a big part in these certain subplots that
I mean,
beg for attention and
he was.
Yeah, he was what? Sorry.
I was gonna say he was you know, he was Ben's go-to guy right after. I mean, first it was kind of Ben, I forget his name. Has it been that long? Tom. And, you know, and then Tom was kind of on the outs with them. And then, like, but yeah, then Alfred came around and he was like the go-to guy for, like, really important stuff, you know. And now if he's not there anymore, you know, they're just going to be like, well, you know, there's his character gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And Tom's dead now, so... You know,
I forgot they killed Tom.
They killed Tom, and they killed the other guy too, like the sort of like militant guy. I think of it.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah, was that his name?
Ryan.
Whatever. So many. Yeah, him and Goodwin, not Goodwin, Billeton, not Billeton. Hold on.
You're making up words. What are you saying?
Hold on. Pickett. That's what I'm trying to say.
Dilettante.
Billeton. Yeah, I don't know where I got that. Yeah, Pickett. He was other like whatever sort of militant guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like fuck it, let's just kill them all. Like kind of other, you know. You know, Tom was sort of. He was sort of more like cuddly or something, just like.
Yeah, afterwards, at first he was mean and evil. And
yeah,
then he was
the first season. Yeah, you're right.
He was like the cuddly bear.
Yeah, he went from
Uncle Tom.
Like the most menacing character ever to just like Mr. Nice Guy.
Like yeah, you just want to rub him on the head.
Yeah, you do. Oh,
Tom, get out of here, you scamp. Say hi to Huck Finn when you see him down at the Mississippi.
Oh no. Oh, that's really sad.
Oh,
but
Tom.
True. Yeah.
He's Tom Sawyer.
He is.
But anyway,
so with all those guys dead, like I don't know who Ben's go-to like guy is anymore. He doesn't seem to have one.
Well, it seems like that's what they're doing. Like they killed off all the others, and it's just going to be like, well, now Ben's going to have to, you know, figure out some other way to do whatever he's doing. Like he doesn't have that anymore. Like you know, the structure changed. So.
Oh, and I forgot to mention. You know what I think we're supposed to believe? I think I read this somewhere. We're supposed to believe. You remember the sheriff character from Jack's episode. We're supposed to believe that she was killed as well. In the last episode.
Did they say that?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I think I remember them saying that. So like somebody just made the comment like,
yeah,
they got the sheriff too or something.
Yeah. I think it was probably Damon O'Carlton in some interview like the others are in trouble now, and they mentioned her being killed in that thing, and of course they never showed her obviously. And then I think I read them say like that. They just weren't going to get that actor for some reason ever. They wanted all the others to be dead then, all the high ones. Yeah, they did. So they just like, yeah, she died too. Don't worry. She was dead. Maybe dead. That was the 11th person. Yeah, it could be the mysterious 11th person. It was like, I'll send 10 of my best men. And then there was 11 people total, right? Supposedly. Maybe she was the 11th person. It was, I'll send 10 of my best men, and then later, like, I've got 10 men there, and, like, so somehow the 11th... Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, it was. He said, I'll send 10 of my best men. It should have been 11, but there was only 10. Yeah. So he really sent 9 of his best men and himself? Yeah. Maybe that's what it was, yeah. I think that was the thing. But, it's just a weird thing to kill off a character who had a major part in one episode. She didn't do anything, though, dude. She was, like, so useless. I thought they were going to do something with her, though. Right? I was like, whoa, she came out of nowhere, and she was, like, hardcore at the very beginning. You don't even know what your tattoo says. Like, I mean, she came off as this, like, badass character. Yeah. And then, like, but, I think that whole storyline flubbed away. Like, like, the whole thing with Juliet getting branded, that came to nothing. Dude, remember that whole thing? We were speculating the whole time about development. Yeah, about like she getting branded. Oh no! Oh, like, what does that mean? That's gonna mean later. Yeah, because they're gonna see that brand, and that's gonna be it for her. But yeah, nothing. They put it in place so they never have to show it, and so unless she's having sex with some random guy again. Yeah. Right, so, Goodwin. Like, God. Yeah. But of course that was a flashback, so they didn't have to show it. Yeah. And so, like, so in general, they can pretty much just pretend that plot never happened because it just doesn't do anything anymore. It seems like they were setting up like we were going to get into like the intricate social custom. Yeah. Especially when they showed us, when whatchamacallit died, Colleen died, I guess. Yeah. And they sent her off to see like the sort of Nordic funeral and like. Like it seems like they were getting us some information about these customs that they came up with, but like they just went nowhere. Yeah, they really did go nowhere. God, did they go nowhere? Yeah, and I feel like what they did with the sheriff was like what they did with Miss Clue. It was like they introduced them as this imposing interrogator and create some interest, and then they're dead. Yeah, Thank you. They're dead. Yeah. We got nothing. Mikhail's still around, right? I believe he didn't blow up. I think he's dead. I think he's really dead. I think I read that he's dead. From who? For real. From somebody reliable. Really? I think so. He just basically wanted to kill Charlie. He was like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna kill Charlie. Or did he accidentally die? I mean, because surely if you explode a bomb that close, I mean, he could have swam away that fast. So yeah. I guess he decided to kill himself for flooding the room there. Because I mean, he's not gonna. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I believe he's supposed to actually be dead. I just don't see why go through all the trouble to like put on the scuba gear and leave if you're not trying to like survive and like just so you can. Because Charlie wasn't even locked in there yet, so it's not like that was the only way he can get to him. Yeah, so that's just weird to put on the suit as if you're gonna like leave. And then just to die, I mean. Well, I mean, what else would he have done? He could have held his breath, or he could have, if he really just wanted to kill them,
Like, if he just wanted to kill them, he could have done so. He could have came back for them, when they were busy, whatever. I forgot what they were doing. Oh, trying to, like, cut the thing off, I guess. The little beacon, but,
Yeah.
I feel like if he really wanted to just kill them, it's McHale. I think he could have done it. But so it's weird to me.
That's the thing. I don't think he wanted to kill him. I think he wanted to. Well, I think that was. Wait, what was he supposed to do? Let me remember. He was supposed to kill the women. I think that's what Ben sent him there to do.
Yeah.
Right? That was the original thing.
He just doesn't like the kind of person who would do that. I mean, unless he I don't feel like he's the kind of person who would kill himself. And so they're just saying it was an accident or something, like he didn't mean to.
No, I mean, they didn't specify. I think they just said that he was dead. They didn't really talk about his motives.
Unless he's dead, like the same way, like we were saying, the other people are dead, like just because they want to get rid of all those people.
Yeah.
Like if it's just like a clean sweep, and they're like, let's get rid of all the high up others.
Yeah.
Except for Ben.
It's been so long. I don't remember exactly what happened.
I mean, is he supposed to have just wanted to flood the station or something?
Let me think. So Ben, I remember Ben revealed that the station was there. And
he had told them that it was flooded, and then he realized it wasn't flooded. It can't be flooded if people are down there.
Yeah.
And the thing is working. Right?
People are down there. And what did that station do again?
It was blocking the communications.
Yeah. Okay. Right. It was blocking the communications.
Yeah, that whole thing.
So he sent him there to do what?
He basically sent him there because everyone thought Bonnie and Greta were dead because they thought the station was flooded. He went there to kill them, I think, because
I thought so, but then what? Like, what was what after that? Like, he kills them, and then what?
Well, that was it. I think he was just supposed to kill them.
And just leave the station unmanned? Like, was that the...
Well, I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think he said what to do afterwards. Yeah. It was just because it was about killing them for some specific reason.
And why did he have to kill him? I don't even remember any of
Well,
it.
because they were like proof that that Ben was lying or something, or they would tell people what Ben did or something.
But why were they going to find out? I don't remember what the impetus was that made him reveal this.
Well, because I feel like I'm close here.
I can't remember. It's been so long.
Okay, here it is. It was nothing came.
Like, hold on. Was it let's see. Okay. So they found out about the looking glass from who? Was it Juliet or was it Carl?
No, they found out about the looking glass from I think what's his name? Didn't Saeed have a map? Didn't Saeed take some stuff from the Arrow? And didn't he find the diagrams from that?
But why did they think the looking glass?
Because he saw the I think they saw the diagram for the looking glass, and they saw the cable on the beat. You remember, like on the diagram, it had the cable, and he remembered, oh, that's the cable from that time. Like I found it the time Hurley tripped over it or whatever, and that whole thing. So they went to go. Yeah, so they went to go do that. So he went to go get the cable so he could go down a looking glass because Juliet, that's what Juliet said. I think she told him that the beacon was blocking the signal.
She said that. Okay,
but I don't know if she was supposed to know that.
But why did she know that?
I don't think she was supposed to know that unless Ben confided in her.
God, I'm confused.
It's been a long time, apparently.
Yeah, I really... And then Juliet said, and then, I just don't remember. like what the sequence of events. So Juliet says, what was the
Bless you.
Sneeze. Let me think. Okay. So the original.
It says, Mikhail was given the task of securing the looking glass when Ben discovered that Charlie had managed to get in. That's right.
Okay.
Greta and them broke radio silence. They called Ben and said, "Hey, this guy's down here." And Mikhail was sent to go. Let's see. He arrived the cable the next day. Spotted Desmond in the outrigger just offshore and fired some rounds. And it was rifled. Desmond went down. Mikhail arrived inside and found fellow others, Bonnie and Greta, whom he greeted. Blah, blah, blah. He contacted Ben over his portable radio, questioning him why Ben had previously claimed the looking glass had been flooded. Ben admitted to having lied to his people about that, explaining that he did it for the good of the island and that the lie now needed to be covered up, meaning everyone that said the looking glass was to be killed.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, after deliberation, Mikhail accepted the task. See, that was the thing. But he never said what to do afterwards.
So he went down there. I don't understand. How did he go down there and then hey, this isn't flooded? What did he think he was going to do when he went down there originally?
No. That's the thing. He had to have known it wasn't flooded because they were there were three people down there.
Yeah, why?
I think he just brought it up again.
Oh, he just brought it up again.
He was basically. I think he was saying something like, well, maybe we should go look at the script. I don't know. I was thinking he was saying something like, why should I trust you now when you lied to me about the thing? But let's see.
Yeah. So he was supposed to kill everybody. And then what happened? Desmond came in. So he killed the women. And then Desmond came in and shot him? Is that what happened?
Let me see. I'm on the script now.
Gonna do
I gotta go to the previous
season 3 review any time now.
Yeah.
Obviously,
we watch this again.
I don't remember it as well as I thought I did.
All right, so here we go. Ready, set, go.
Go.
So yeah, Miguel said. All right, hold on. Oh no, I'm confused. So yeah, so when Mikhail first comes down, he says, I thought you two were on assignment in Canada, and Greta says he made his promise not to tell anyone, blah blah blah. So anyway, then later he's talking to Ben.
What did he go down there thinking? Oh, that's right. Didn't he? He just started shooting it. Did he? He didn't go down there on Ben's orders originally.
No, he did.
Is that right? He did.
Yeah, that's why he was. Yeah, because he didn't know about the place, right?
See, I was thinking. Flooded. No, that's right. He already had scuba gear. He must have known.
He goes, and then Ben says, "You have to understand, everything I did for the island. The island told you it was necessary to jam your own people. Yes, it did. You've always been a loyalist, Mikhail. I'm asking you to trust me. Trust Jacob, who told me to do this. Blah blah blah. Let's see.
But what happened before that? That's what I don't understand. How did he get there? And why didn't those questions come up before?
I have no idea.
All right, let me see.
Was that in Greatest Hits? Must have been in Greatest Hits, right?
No. That's in the last episode.
Is it?
Isn't it?
I don't know, because that part was in the first part of the last episode.
Because he didn't even swim down there until the very, very end of Greatest Hits. So They
so
didn't
you're
radio Ben until the finale.
You're saying Charlie didn't swim down there?
Well, Charlie swam down there at the end of Greatest Hits.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Mikhail didn't swim down there.
Well, that's true too, because Mikhail didn't swim down there until Charlie had already gone, and then because he starts shooting at Desmond, and so Desmond swims down there.
Yeah.
So all that's in the finale.
Well, I don't see the part where Ben and Mikhail are first talking. Let's see. Okay. Here he goes. You told us the looking glass was inoperable, flooded. I lied. Mikhail, I need you to go now. I can be there by dawn. So he just leaves. That's why it doesn't come up, because he leaves.
He barely questions it, and then he gets down there, and he's like, and then he hits him with the serious question.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just brings it up again.
Okay. All right.
Well, I wonder. So did he even actually say what to do, or he just said go?
He just said go. Just go.
He just said you need to go there and find out what Charlie Pace is doing there. Go there. Finding there, doing there.
What is he doing there?
And he says, I can be there by dawn. So and then he implicates Juliet before he leaves and then leaves. So yeah, he doesn't think about it until he gets there, and then he says, oh, well.
I lied. Go now. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Now what about the introduction of looking? I guess that is in the previous episode.
The introduction of what?
Of the looking glass.
Yeah, that's in previous.
Let's see. They're coming tomorrow. Okay, fine. Here it is. We're jamming it. Why does she know that? Yeah, she just knew it. She just busted out with that information. That was the point. They were going to the radio tower, and they were gonna communicate.
With the boat.
Oh no! Originally, they were going to communicate with the boat, but the satellite phone wasn't working, so they had to shut down the radio tower. But that won't be enough. To block the
signal, but that wasn't necessarily enough.
Yeah.
Not that they knew that. So
Not that they knew that, but it was like
they shut down the other signal.
You can shut down the radio tower, but that
nobody knew was even on.
Yeah.
No, not the radio tower. The looking glass. Like we didn't. That was a revelation. We thought, okay, the radio tower's blocking everything.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh no, wait, we're blocking everything. Well,
she's like,
that
the
radio tower too.
But in the finale, they shut down the looking glass first, and it still doesn't work because of the radio tower, which is nonsense. But but that's what happened. So
at least when they're trying the phone, like at least they're close to the radio tower.
Yeah.
And you can be like, well, maybe they're so close, but that whole thing about the radio waves blocking a satellite phone.
Yeah. It's nonsense. But she just busts out with this information, and if this is supposed to be a secret, I don't know why she knows this.
Well, Ben may have confided in her. She's, she knows a lot of stuff. About, if anybody, she knows more about, what Ben is really doing. Like the whole, that I think the second flashback we had with her. When he won't let her leave, and he's basically, is turning into the maniacal leader basically. Like it's for their own good. I won't let them leave. Kind of thing. And so I think she's been privy to a lot of things, but we'll see.
I'm just surprised. Like I don't know. I didn't think he trusted her that much. Not like more than everybody else. That he didn't have.
Well, yeah, I feel like he's had to in a lot of cases, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. Was there wasn't a scene where she found out, right? Or because he he was blocking the communication, but he told everyone the communication wasn't working because the failsafe went off, right? Like that was the thing. Like their communication had been working since then.
Yeah, that was the original, and that's the other weird thing. Like why that was true, you know? Like,
yeah, but I think that's the revelation. Like it wasn't true. It was that that he turned the looking glass on.
But
that's when he's. Is that not what happened?
No. Yes, it is. But what I mean is, like, why? How did he coordinate that? Where he just happened to like when the failsafe went off, was he like, okay, we'll shut down communication, and then everyone will think it's because of the. Is that what's supposed to have happened?
Yeah, he probably gave the order to shut down communication very soon afterwards. You know, he's a quick thinker, so he was talking. You know, whatever reason he decided to do that, he probably came up with it very fast, and then so very soon after, you know, he realized he had an opportunity to cut off the communication and explain it by something else. You know, but it's like he could have done anything, though. You know.
So the failsafe thing really had no.
I guess it really had no effect.
Except it made Desmond see the future.
Yeah, wow. Small effect.
And maybe it made the island visible to the outside world. Who knows?
Another small effect. I think those are really negligible in the long. Or, you know, seeing the future, making an island invisible. Come on, you call that an effect? It's nothing.
But neither of those is confirmed. So
yeah.
They're just like suggested. So besides that, who knows what it did?
Yeah.
Stupid Hatch. A whole season on you. God.
Oh. A good season it was.
Yeah, we all had fun, but you and your stupid mysteries and maps and computers.
That led to nothing and nowhere.
Armories and yeah.
Is Brzezinski ever going to show up?
I doubt it.
Damn it.
What are they going to do? I mean, the map's dead. Like, they really can't bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, unless Brzezinski is Jacob.
Yeah, some weird shit like that.
You know. Like, somehow when he blew his brains out, his spirit got trapped by the island and became Jacob.
Oh, no.
Jacob Brzezinski.
It just sounds ridiculous.
Because Jacob isn't that a Russian name? That sounds pretty Russian. Let's put a K in there.
Jacob? No, I think Jacob is a biblical name.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Didn't the Bible come from Russia?
Yeah, I think so. It was all about Moscow and St. Petersburg and the rivalry.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's but I mean, he could be named that. That's not out of the question.
Yeah. That'd be funny if it's Jacob Brzezinski and
because there are you know, people who believe in the Bible in Russia, so they can give their kids biblical names.
Yeah.
And they do. I mean,
but only if they believe in the Bible.
You know, Mikhail is basically Michael.
What?
Which is a biblical name. So. Yeah, I know you didn't know that, but
I didn't.
Letting you in on a secret.
Whoa, dude! Now you just let our listeners in on a secret.
Yeah,
secret's
I guess so.
out.
I forget that people are listening, so I just
don't forget. You should actually talk like they're listening, so it'll be interesting.
Oh.
And I'll do the same, starting now.
And go. Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome back to the Lost Slowdown with your host, Glenn Justin.
The 10th caller wins a car.
Up on the countdown, we've got the 5 funniest moments of Lost.
We'll be playing your request at the top of the hour.
Guess what? They're all Hurley related.
I don't know, man. I don't want to fix the car.
Oh, no, this just in. Son's pregnant. Newsflash, no one cares. Top of the hour.
Why would they put a pregnancy test?
Oh, those guys, man. Those radio guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're really amazing.
Here comes the sneeze.
Oh. Sneeze.
Wow.
Man.
Every time I say that, it never comes.
You bluff. You're just a big bluffer.
Dude, I almost had it, and I was going to sneeze, and then I said that. I should have sneezed instead.
Yeah.
Not as good as a sneeze. I really want to.
Oh, no.
A sneeze is a very nice release, man. It's like, chew.
Bam.
And you're like, yeah, get all those germs out of my nose.
Oh, yeah.
Out of my mouth orifice.
Ooh. Not your mouth orifice.
Out of my nasal cavities.
Ew.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have to cut the podcast at this point because I've got shit to do.
You got shit to do. What about me?
What about you?
Don't I have anything to do?
I don't know. Hey, Justin.
What?
You have anything to do?
No.
Oh. Well, then no, you don't have
This
shit to do.
is a podcast. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
No, you thoroughly ruined that one.
Sorry.
Now you're just saying it at the wrong time. Before you wouldn't say it at the right time. Now you're saying it at the wrong time. That reminds me of that really funny scene in Dexter, which really made me like the. I gotta learn his name. As much as I like him, I should know his name.
Lundy?
But Lundy, Agent Lundy. There you
Agent
go.
Lundy.
When he said, when Deb was like, talking about how she took his advice and went out and met somebody, he's like, oh, good for you. She's like, yeah, I had me some sex, And he's, and for people who don't know, she's like in her late 20s or whatever, mid 20s. She's like a cop, a detective, and he's, this like FBI investigator.
Yeah,
like
probably like
60s,
50s, yeah.
Yeah, and like
he pretty much
is
kind of like Jack's dad. Like that's the kind of character he is.
Yeah, exactly. He's the father character, and she's just like, yeah, have me some sex. He's like, oh. He's like, oh. And she just keeps digging a hole and digging a hole and digging a hole, and she's like, say something, or else I'm going to go outside and blow my brains out. And he's like, the way you're going, you'd probably miss. I love that line. Because it's like, it's sort of conciliatory, but like, it's also like making it worse for them.
Yeah.
But in a playful way. It's a very nice line.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was weird when she busted out with that.
Yeah.
Yep, had some sex.
Had some sex. Like you can't really do that in the workplace anyway. Like where are you? Like
no.
She forgets she was at work.
I mean, even in conversation, even with people you know really well, like that's not something people bust out with most of the time.
Yeah.
Even if they do, not in such a direct way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was so funny.
She's crazy, man.
She's crazy, but her ex-fiance did try to murder her.
Yeah.
And murdered other people.
And murdered other people, yeah.
One would be bad enough, but both.
Both, yeah. Put them both together, and yeah.
It's the Alan Rickman effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we explain the Alan Rickman effect?
We can if you want. We can leave it as a mystery for later.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it as a mystery. The Alan Rickman effect.
Take a guess. It's Alan Rickman, the famous British actor. If he had an effect named after him, what would it be?
Yeah. What effect would he cause?
Yeah.
On something else.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll actually be able to get it, but if you do,
let's say it has to. Let's give him a hint. It has to do with his being British.
Yeah. That's a good one.
They won't get that.
No, they won't.
I just realized what it was. I'm like, wait. There's no way. It's way too crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, let's not discuss it.
No, please. God forbid.
So back to the shit needing to do of the things. I guess we both have stuff to do, although you said no at one point.
Yeah, no, I do have stuff to do, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, now you do. Okay.
Yeah, I got homework.
Homework. Mm-hmm. What are you in, 11th grade? Yeah, 11th grade.
That's the thing. We keep saying stuff, and I feel like people might think we're in high school or something, like when we talk about your mom or I talk about doing homework, like I start feeling like, Wow. Are we ninth grade podcasters?
Yeah, dude. Monday I got a class, man. I think is it an A day or a B day? I can't remember which books to bring in class.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to go for lunch period. I could go upstairs.
Dude. It depends if they're gonna have pizza. If they're not gonna have the pizza, man, dude, I think we should just drive to Taco Bell.
I'm just gonna get a cookie.
You're gonna get a cookie?
Those
nice,
nasty
dude.
burned cookies.
Those
that are good somehow.
They taste like Pepsi, but man, are they good cookies. Never understood how that works.
It took me years before I figured out what that flavor was. It was burned flour. That's
is that what that is?
Burned flour, because I've done it. I've cooked in my house since then, and I've had burned flour. I'm like, that's it.
Those cookies were always burned. They were always like dark brown.
Yeah.
It's like they shouldn't be that color. Like what do they do? Like, how do they just burn them all the time?
Any cookies you buy from anywhere else, they're not that dark brown
color.
Not
that, but you know what? When they were hot, they were good.
Oh, they were good. But
when they were cold, they were gross. I ate them anyway.
Yeah, I did too. It was better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, actually.
So, yeah, that's
So we say
anyway,
all that to say we're not in high school.
I just want to clear up, we're not in, just in case anybody thinks we're in high school.
We just relived high school to tell you that we're not in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fearful. Because I think, if I were listening to a podcast and I got the sense that the podcasters were in high school, I would immediately want to turn it off.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think the real problem is that even though we're not in high school, we probably still have that same mentality. So
yeah.
At the end of the day, they might turn it off anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
Whether or not these guys are actually in high school, they sound like they are.
Yeah. That's just as bad, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Maybe worse because when you're in high school, you have an excuse to be that way.
Excuse. Yeah. I guess
the Alan Rickman effect.
Yeah. Of course.
I'm going to use that on everything. Man, I just ran that red light. Oh, that's the Alan Rickman effect. Ooh, I got an extra quarter back in my chains. The Alan Rickman effect.
See, now no one's going to know what it is.
No one's going to know what it is. I just kind of like the idea of having an effect for anything.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman effect.
It'd be nice, yeah.
Nice.
Sort of like, what's that thing, Murphy's Law?
Murphy's Law?
Yeah.
Which is what?
I don't know, but it comes up a lot.
Isn't it like,
It's something like, I don't know.
Things are easier said than done.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, that's it. Murphy's Law. Coming soon.
All right, I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to think really hard real quick and figure out what it means, and then I'll tell you right now. Murphy's Law is an adage in Western culture that broadly states that things will go wrong in any given situation if you give them a chance.
Ah, I see.
If there's more than one possible outcome of a job or task, and one of those outcomes will result in disaster or an undesirable coincidence, then somebody will do it that way.
I see.
I think that's the shit happens law.
Yeah.
Anything that can happen, anything go wrong will go wrong.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what that reminded me of.
The Alan Rickman effect?
Yeah. Just because it's a general principle about life and it's named after someone.
Yeah. Rickman's Law. Oh, Rickman's Law. I'm such a Rickman.
I like the Alan Rickman effect also. I think that's...
Yeah. The actual Alan Rickman effect?
No, just the name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it sounds good, right? It sounds cool.
Yeah,
it should be a movie.
Yeah, it does.
The Alan Rickman
thinking,
effect.
Like Charlie Kaufman needs to write it.
Yeah, well, I want a good movie that I can watch more than twice.
Yeah, okay, well.
But I wanted to blow my brains out. Yeah, but I know what you mean because of because of John Malkovich.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, Alan Rickman. Yeah, he could write something like that, and it'd be good the first 2 times.
Yeah, I know. It would be like brilliant, and then like horribly tedious.
Yeah.
Nobody goes from like amazing to like boring faster than John Malkovich.
Exactly. To make you wish you could unsee it.
Yeah. Yeah. I own Adaptation, and that is just not a movie you want to watch ever. Once you've seen it twice.
No, you really can't watch it more than twice unless you're a sadist.
Yeah. And,
I should say masochist.
Masochist, yeah, that would be whatever. I assumed you meant the right one, so I just let it pass. I was getting confused anyway. So I always throw
I gotta remember masochist is me, sadist.
Because if you're a sadist, the person you need is a masochist, and vice versa.
Yeah. Well, masochists don't need sadists, right?
They don't need them, but it's nice. If you want somebody else
See, a sadist needs a masochist, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless the sadist is a masochist. But masochist, you can just, do shit to yourself. Cause pain to yourself.
Yeah, you can.
But I guess you're your own sadist then, maybe.
Yeah, in a way.
So it's like implied sadism?
Yeah. Sort of. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's better to have other people.
It's better.
That's my sense, yeah.
It's better because of what?
You know.
Oh, okay. You're right, I do know now that you put it that way. And me thinks I've always known.
So what's it called? Oh no, that's not it. What is it? What do you say? I forgot. Man.
That's dead, man. That's dead. That died in the 80s. Let that
man,
go.
Don't let me kill it. Come on, we can bring it back.
It's dead.
We can bring it back. I just fucked it up a couple times, but it's not.
No, it's dead. No, it's dead.
Oh.
Red line CPR is done.
Oh no.
No.
I didn't want to kill it.
Check the card, see if it's a donor. It might be a donor. It donated good parts to someone else, to another joke.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice. Man, see, I just forget about things is all.
See, I forget about things, and that causes me problems. I show up to the dentist office 20 minutes late. Sorry, Dennis.
Oopsie.
Oh, Justin, you always forget about things.
Yes,
Only important things.
Oh, wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, that's the Justin show.
It is.
So I did want to, sort of apologize to the fans for taking so long to do a podcast, and
sorry,
I feel guilty that this is what we give them after so much time.
This is what you get, yeah. Hey, whatever. We talked about Lost, and we talked about not Lost. So
we did, which is what we said we were going to do.
Yeah.
Which at the beginning of the show. So, so we proved our point.
Even if a lot of our time talking about Lost is spent, trying to remember what happened.
I think the audience had fun trying to listening to us trying to remember.
Yeah,
and trying to remember along with us.
I bet some of them are in the same boat if they haven't watched it. I mean, how do you remember? It's the weirdest thing. When I got through with season 3, I remember thinking I never want to watch this again. Because I felt like I could remember it all clearly. But now that enough time has passed, I couldn't even remember something from the last episode.
Yeah.
I really. Once those DVDs come out, I think I'll actually watch it again.
DVD?
And maybe we can do some kind of podcast from that. Some kind
when the DVDs come out?
Yeah. Some kind of DVD thing,
A DVD cast.
Where we talk about what's on the DVD or something like that.
Disc 1. No.
Yeah. We'll just read what's on the DVD. That'll be the podcast. It'll just be a commercial where we won't get paid.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
cool.
tell you what's on the DVD and
it'll be the Alan Rickman effect.
Suggest places for you to buy it. Yes, it will. It will. When someone tries to sell you something that they have no profit from.
Mm-hmm.
The Alan Rickman effect.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No, I was thinking like the extras or we could do, I know we talked about doing like a commentary for something. We still kind of owe them the best of podcast.
Do they still want that?
Maybe not, but.
Yeah, we got to give it anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, we can chop it down and make it short.
So when are we going to do this said next podcast?
I don't know.
Finishing our best of.
I don't know. We could do it. We could do it in November. We could do it in December. We could do it in January.
What's that one after September?
October.
Yeah, let's do it then.
No.
Oh.
Too early or too late, depending on your perspective.
Oh. Here comes the sneeze. Oh, man, I messed it up again.
God, don't announce it. Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Ruining your sneezes.
Yeah. It's gone now.
Wow.
Yeah. I really want to sneeze now.
Son of a bitch.
I gotta go leave this podcast. I gotta go sneeze.
Time to
sneeze. Go
sneeze.
sniff some pepper or something.
Oh, no.
What makes you sneeze? Pepper? Pepper. And what?
Pepper always makes me sneeze. Pepper, oh, you know what else makes me sneeze? Wasabi mustard.
Oh.
Or just wasabi in general.
We don't have any wasabi.
Okay. Horseradish.
This isn't a sushi restaurant.
That makes me sneeze. It's pretty much the same thing as wasabi.
We don't have any horseradish. This isn't Arby's.
Okay. That's horsey sauce, please. That is not horseradish. It is mayonnaise.
No, they have horseradish in like packages.
The horsey sauce is not horseradish.
I don't think they have real horseradish.
They have horsey sauce and real horseradish? Seriously?
I thought they had like packages of horseradish. That's what I picture when I think of Arby's. Is like
I feel like you're
remember
thinking of horsey sauce.
I don't know.
I feel like that name, by the way.
I can tell you hate it. I can hear
horsey sauce.
I can hear your hatred every time you say it.
It's awful, and I can't stop saying it because of how much I hate it. I've always hated it. Ever since I was a kid, we go to Arby's and, yeah, can I have some extra horsey sauce?
Why is it? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
It's just the worst name ever. I hate it. Oh, God. Horsey sauce. Indeed.
Does anybody like Arby's?
Somebody does, I think. We don't know where they are, but...
We're looking for them.
Yeah.
We're looking for those people. And when we catch them, let's just say we'll deal with them our way. If you know anyone out there who likes Arby's, please call this number now. It's a matter of national security that we find these people for their own good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. It's awful.
Horsey!
It's a horsey sauce.
You know, if I ever, if I'm ever rich, I'm going to open up a Quiznos franchise.
Oh, really?
Because I love Quiznos.
Good. They don't sell horsey sauce, do they?
They don't at all, which is good for me and you.
Good. Yeah, it's just. No, I used to like horseradish cocktail sauce. You know, basically horseradish and ketchup.
Is that what cocktail sauce is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Ugh, no wonder I don't like cocktail sauce.
Yeah, I know. I used to love it, though.
But I don't like horseradish, and I don't like cocktail sauce.
I think horseradish is, like, too strong by itself, but mixed with and I don't even like ketchup, but when you put them together, it's just like, I don't know. They cancel each other's bad qualities out.
And form a new, greater, worse quality.
Yeah.
That gets in my mouth.
Yeah. Who knows? Thought it was good. That was my thing.
No,
Not much cost to eat it these days. I used to have it with like shrimp.
People love cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, people love shrimp in general. I don't like shrimp. People love shrimp and cocktail sauce. I mean, they'll eat that like it's nothing.
Yeah.
People love shrimp. I don't get it.
Yeah. You know, I think they're good. That's about it. You know, they're tasty. So.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of things that are tasty, but people, I feel like shrimp. There's certain foods that have this kind of like they become this class of their own, where like, in generally any situation, you put out some shrimp, people are going to eat them and love them. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it transcends just like it tastes good. It's just like everyone just loves shrimp. You know, almost like there. You know what I mean? Like there's foods like that where like everyone just loves this thing. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
shrimp
they're good.
Well, yeah, they are good. I mean, I don't like them, but they're good.
I can't eat them anymore, but I do think they're good. But yeah, I haven't had them in years. But we used to go to this place on Greenville Avenue, Aw Shucks, and what a great name, isn't it? Aw Shucks. See, it's double meaning. You know, it's a phrase, and also they're talking about oysters. You know. Shucking them. So, so it's two meanings for that recipe.
2 meanings in one. That might be a pun.
Yeah, so it was hilarious. So anyway,
sounds punny.
They had this thing where you could mix your own cocktail sauce. They had a little thing. You know, you push the lever down, and the ketchup squirts out into your little like paper cup, and you do the same with the horseradish, and you could mix it to your own strength that you like. You know, I used to like that.
Cool.
The customizability, because if you get like cocktail sauce pre-mixed, it's going to be a certain strength, and it might be it's usually too weak for my taste. So I used to like that they yeah, there you go, just a little.
Well, when you have a place like Aw Shucks, you gotta do those things.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's right across from Granada. That's if you know where that is, I think you do.
Oh, I know. Granada.
Anybody who's in Dallas probably knows where that is.
So
yeah, anyway, horsey sauce. Oh, God.
Happy podcast, everybody.
So anyway, yeah, right. Podcasts will be forthcoming, and yeah, the schedule's a little light, but you know what? We have done like 300% more podcasting than the last cast has. So I consider that pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, you know, hour for hour, who wins here? Come on, guys.
Yeah. No matter when they started, now that we got a whole season in, we're definitely beating them on running time. Because like episode for episode, we beat them by probably at least 2 or 3 hours each episode. And if you add that up,
and then the 13-hour finale.
13-hour finale, which their finale podcast was like, you know, barely cracked an hour.
I don't see what did they talk about? I know they didn't talk about like everything.
First of all, they put it off. They didn't do it immediately after. They took like an extra week, and then they came, and so by the time they came out with it,
they didn't care anymore.
They didn't care, and nobody cared. Like it had been thoroughly discussed. Yeah. You know, so it was like yeah, and everybody's saying this. Yeah, they sure are. Ooh. So they just didn't know, and
they read the forum, so we don't have to.
Yeah, they sure do, don't they? Yeah, you know. Oh, the forums. Remember our old forum segment? That was the good old days.
Yeah, that was the good old days.
We went on our very first podcast where we went on there and talked about the Lost Middle Earth post.
Oh God, yeah. Ugh, don't remind me.
Yeah.
So that said, you know, moreover, thus forth, I agree.
Yeah, me too. And I think half the people in the world do as well.
Well, the half that are thinking.
Mhm. Right.
But so good podcast. Don't forget, guys. We're gonna post on the site to get your opinion about what we were talking about earlier. I don't want to get too much more into that, but feel free to come and tell us what you guys think about the issue. And I think there's no real right or wrong answer.
Oh, you're talking about the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, seriously. We've talked a lot of bullshit on this podcast, but that, that's something we really need to address. So.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs to be aware of that. So.
Yeah. So
So yeah, we'll make a little thing, and you guys can weigh in, and we'll see where.
I'm expecting mass letter writing campaigns and a lot of online activism to revolve around this. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, that's already started. I mean, they really have been pushing for that for a while now, and there's tons of sites that are trying to do that thing. So.
Yeah. And what about the trees and the children? That's just what I want to leave you with.
The trees and the children.
Mhm.
I don't really know if they were a part of it. Well, I mean, there was that one tree that was involved, but. And the kids, I mean, they were asleep the whole time, so.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
But it still affects them. It still affects them. You're
I feel
right.
like nobody's talking about that, so I just wanted to throw that out there as a my addition to the debate.
Well, that said,
even if all you can say is, "What about it?" Well, nothing to say about it. Maybe that's.
What about it? We asked the question. Now we're done.
Thank you.
All right.
Good night, sir. Good night.
Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Are we
sir.
ending the podcast?
That's it, right? All right. Now I'm a good night.
I always forget what we do on Mr. Show.
We always talk about it, and it's always there isn't a thing to do.
And then you usually tell me that exact thing, because I always forget what it is.
Every
you always
time.
remember that it's nothing.
Yeah,
and that's why I forget what it is, because it's nothing. And I think to myself, what is it? And nothing comes to mind because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think nothing comes to mind because I'm forgetting.
Right. What about the stock market?
So, on that note, we'll bid you fair adieu. Thank you and namaste.
Namaste. Good luck.